Hello students, welcome to the subject of complex variable and partial differential equations. Myself Ankit Acharya, and in last sum of the lecture, we discussed about complex integration. Okay, so first topic is line integral. In line integral, we solve so many examples, right? Integration z bar dz, where contour is nothing but a triangle. Okay, we already saw some of the example in which contour have a parabola, line. Okay, so some of the very important examples of line integral we already solved. After that, if you remember, in last session I explained about Cauchy-Gaussert theorem. Okay, Cauchy-Gaussert theorem, in which in Cauchy-Gaussert theorem, if integration f of z dz, and if f of z is analytic over the contour C, right, then the value of integration f of z dz over the contour C, that is equal to 0. Okay, that is equal to 0. But suppose f of z, throughout the f of z is not analytic, right? That means in that case we have to apply this Cauchy integral formula. Okay, Cauchy's integral formula. So what it says, if f of z, if f of z is analytic, right? If f of z is analytic inside and on a simple closed curve C, and if z0, if point z0 is any point inside C, then integration f of z upon z minus z0 dz, that is equal to 2 pi I f of z0. That means what? This z0, this point z0 is inside the contour C. Okay, is inside the contour C, and this f of z is analytic over the contour C, right? If suppose z0 is outside the contour C, then directly we can say that the value of integration is equal to 0 because of Cauchy-Gaussert theorem. But here z0 is inside the contour C, so that's why we have to apply Cauchy integral formula. We have to apply Cauchy integral formula. So very important, right? This formula that you have to remember, integration f of z upon z minus z0 dz, that is equal to 2 pi I f of z0. Okay, where z0 is inside the contour C. So, and this is extension of Cauchy integral formula. I can say extension of Cauchy integral formula, because of every time it's not possible that in denominator the degree of z minus z0 is always 1. Okay, it can be more than 1, it can be more than 1, right? So if degree 1, then definitely we have to apply this formula, right? Integration f of z upon z minus z0 dz, that is equal to 2 pi I f of z0. But if degree more than 1, if degree more than 1, then integration f of z upon z minus z0 raised to n plus 1, raised to n plus 1. Okay, dz, that is equal to 2 pi I upon n factorial. 2 pi I upon n factorial, nth derivative of the function at point z0, nth derivative of the function at point z0, right? So that means what? Suppose you have degree of z minus z0 2, then you have to write 1 factorial here and differentiation of the function at point z0. Suppose you have degree n is equal to 3, that means you have degree of z minus z0 3, then you have to write 2 factorial here and you have to find out the second derivative of the function at point z0. Okay, so let's see, solve some examples, how we can solve this type of example. So this is our first example. You can see that integration e raised to z, integration e raised to z upon z minus 1, right? Where circle, this contour is given. Now contour is nothing but a circle. We know that the general equation of circle, that is mod z minus a, that is equal to r. Okay, where a is a center and r is a radius. So what is here? A is equal to here 0, and you can say r is equal to 2. So if you want to draw a circle, first of all, this is my circle. Okay, roughly I draw a circle. This is my circle with center 0 0 and radius is 2. Okay, so this is 2 0. Now you can see that in denominator this whole function is not analytic at z is equal to 1, right? Because denominator become 0 at z is equal to 1. So 1 0 here we have 1 0, and 1 is inside the contour C. 1 is inside the circle C. So that's why we have to apply Cauchy integral formula. So first of all you have to write now what is your f of z. On numerator we have function e raised to z. So definitely f of z is equal to e raised to z is analytic. You have to write down this two statement, okay, in every example. F of z is equal to e raised to z is analytic over the contour C, over we can say circle C, given circle C, and z0, what is your z0? And z0 that is equal to 1, okay, that is equal to 1 is inside the circle C, okay, inside the given circle Cauchy, using Cauchy integral formula, right? So that's why using Cauchy integral formula I can write integration e raised to z upon z minus 1, integration e raised to z upon z minus 1 over the contour C, that is equal to 2 pi I f of 1 f of z0, but here z0 is 1, so 2 pi I f of 1, okay, and that is equal to 2 pi I, that is equal to 2 pi I. F of z is what? F of z is e raised to z. So just take z is equal to 1 in this equation. So 2 pi I e raised to 1. So that's why our final answer is 2 pi I e. Okay, very simple example. You can easily understand, right? Let's see what is our next example. Now this is something interesting. Integration 1 upon z square minus 7z plus 12. So first of all, you can easily factorize this quadratic equation z square minus 7z plus 12. So that can be written as z minus 3 into z minus 4. Okay, can I write z minus 3 into z minus 4? Now the given function, okay, the given function is not analytic. The given function, I can say, the given function is not analytic, okay, we can say is not analytic at how many points? At 3 and 4, correct? At 3 and 4, because at 3 and 4 you can see that denominator becomes 0. So at point 3 and 4 your function become not defined, your function is not defined because denominator becomes 0. So that's why now what is the circle mod z is equal to 3.5. So we know that the general equation of circle mod z minus a, that is equal to r. So what is a? A is equal to 0, and what is my r? Radius 3.5. Okay, 3.5. So when I draw a circle, suppose I draw a circle. So suppose this is my circle, okay, with radius 3.5. So suppose this is 1, this is 2, 1 0, 2 0, I can say this is 3 0, this is my 4 0, and radius is 3.5. okay, so don't forget this is my 3.50, I can say 3.50. Now from this 2 point only 3 is inside the circle, only point 3 is inside the circle. Suppose here we have 3 and here we have 4, we can say coordinate wise if you want to write this is 3 0 and 4 0, but only 3 is inside the circle, 4 is outside the circle. So now what is my f of z? 1 upon z minus 4, because 1 upon z minus 4, this function is analytic everywhere inside the given circle C. Okay, so now I hope you can understand. This is something very interesting, right? Let me show you with a different color so you can understand. This is 1 upon z minus 4. Now this is my f of z. Okay, I can say this is my f of z, and z minus z0, instead of z minus z0, now I have z minus 3. So that's why integration, this integration 1 upon z minus 4 divided by z minus 3 dz, I can write. So here f of z is equal to, here f of z is equal to 1 upon z minus 4. This function is analytic. Okay, this function is analytic over the contour C, over the circle C. Okay, and z0 is equal to 3 is z0 is equal to 3 is inside the circle C, is inside the circle C. Okay, so using Cauchy, suppose this is my capital I, so I can say using Cauchy integral formula, using Cauchy integral formula, okay, using Cauchy integral formula, I can say the value of I, okay, capital I, that is equal to 2 pi I, 2 pi I f of z0, okay, using Cauchy integral formula. So 2 pi I, so 2 pi I f of 3, okay, 2 pi I f of 3. And what is f of 3? F of 3, when I take z is equal to 3 here, so 1 upon 3 minus 4, that is minus 1. So 2 pi I into minus 1. So that's why my final answer is minus 2 pi I. Clear? Okay, so in today's lecture, we discuss about Cauchy integral formula. Remember, Cauchy integral formula is integration f of z upon z minus z0 dz, that is equal to 2 pi I f of z0, where f of z is analytic function over the contour C and z0 is inside the contour C. Z0 is any point inside the contour C. Only then you can apply Cauchy integral formula, and we already solved two examples, very important examples. Okay, both the example asked in GDU question paper. So thank you.